what you do with the next
You don't ever take wide steps.
Okay.
Don't
do that.
Don't take that's the thing. Anytime you so if I decide to come here,
Yeah.
so I'm way committed to the shot now, and you're in a position to stop making it, and I'm no longer in control of this thing. All of my weight's going that way, and this is not going to hit anything, and then you're behind me, or you're pushing me over. So I would tell you, don't ever commit that much to the fight. That's why I said, walk in. I walk in, I may do that, but that's just to fumble you. I'm just trying to get you to shift.
All right.
I'm trying to get you to turn, and if I can get your feet to do it, if you do more than just turn at your hips, if you then turn your weight that way, now I'm over here. I've gotten you to commit to a direction, now I'm going to go the other way.
Okay. The one thing for everybody else that I notice is as you're doing this, you're never on the heels.
No, balls on my feet.
That's important that I don't know that everybody notices.
Yeah, so I don't ever want to be planted. This, when I stop, I'm dead, for me. I have to be mobile. I don't feel safe unless I'm moving. When I get lazy, I get dead.
However, talk about how you're keeping your upper body in balance with your lower body. Again, something they may not see,
Yeah.
you don't need that
So,
when you're involved.
yeah, so the whole point of having my feet shoulder width apart, I bend my knees a little bit, and then I'm never taking those wide steps, because when we take the wide steps, now we're leaning, right? Now I've got all my weight over that knee. One, it's terrible for your knee, and two, you're locked. You can't get out of that position fast enough. If I faked you into that position, so you want the way you keep your body in line is this part is always part of it. It's all part of the same piece.
When he moves forward, he's not moving with his feet, he's leading with his center.
Yeah. In those little stutters, I may turn a little bit with my hip, but I'm still moving forward the same way. I'm turning my hip to sell a direction. If I can get you to bite, then I'm going to go to your shield side, and you overcommit. I'm now ready to, and I'll actually toss myself. Instead of taking that big step like that, to do the same motion, I'll take the weight off the lead leg and just spring with the back. See, so I can cover that distance, that same distance, but I'm still in my stance. I haven't overextended. Yeah, so, but you're turning your back foot, which is making it harder for you. And I know that's a huge thing for a lot of people, is as long as you've been fighting, everybody's been telling you, that's your stance. I know. I had to unlearn it too.
What is it, like 30 degrees or 40 degrees, whatever it is?
30, some people say 90. And that's a very martial arts step. I'm going to throw a side kick, and I need a plan. Like if we're fighting, if I've got my feet forward, if I go to throw a kick, that's bad. But if I'm this way, I can throw a side kick, but we don't do that, right?
Right.
So there's no need for that foot to be turned. Not on purpose. Having that foot turned, all it does is slow you down. It slows down your ability to go left to right.
It locks up the back hip.
Yeah, it locks up the back hip. It means that, so if I'm coming and I've decided I'm going to throw a flat, and in it he's already, as I get to here, he's committed to the block with the flat. Say he's come over like this. My hips can now unload in either direction because I didn't have that foot. Because if I come here, it's hard to now counter my weight the other way without putting a lot of strain on my knee. But if I come here and I throw a flat, he commits, I can turn it over, and my hips can still generate the power for that shot.
Anybody want to be my friend?
Did I answer your question? What?
Some of these folks are going to wind up getting on they get on their heels.
Okay.
And they get here, and that's not so good.
Yeah, no, so if I have somebody crowd me when I'm in, if I feel like I'm falling backwards, I'm just gonna let my weight pull me backwards. But I'm gonna keep my feet the same distance apart, right? And I'm bringing my weight back forward so that I'm not leaning. Leaning forward or backwards has a negative effect at all times. Sideways, a little bit, but if you bring your feet over, you don't then have to lean. I used to do that a lot. I used to throw a lot of offsides where I went here. So it's great. It looks awesome in pictures, especially my chains all over the place. But if he gets the block, I'm in a horrible place to get out into my next shot. But if I just step for it, I can then sweep the block over and then I'm ready to throw again. So it looks a lot like what Hevek was doing earlier, right? So if I come over here and I throw and he drops his sword for the block, if I then come up, he's going to throw the flat, because that's what he thought was open. I'm going to catch the flat, and I'm going to roll out of it. That's part of why I don't want to overcommit, because if I come here, it's too late. He's going to use a shield to keep my arm here. At least that's what I would do. If you bring your arm this far over, it's like free money for me. I'm not going to let you bring it back. Not before I've hit you.
When you're backing up, I notice you're also leading with your butt.
Yep. It's almost like somebody's grabbing you and pulling you, right? It helps. It actually helps, especially like if you're leaning back, it brings me back, right? You're almost like just imagine somebody grabbed that belt and yanked it.
Okay.
And you only have to take enough steps to get clear. So if he's got me leaning back, right, and now I'm back in my stance, and I didn't go too far, because again, closing that initial contact is your danger zone. So don't start singing danger zone. I saw that. And with you really have to pay attention to where the weapon is and how you're crowding it, because everybody's going to shoot over you. But if you use that to your advantage, that gives you the secret that the rest of us don't always know. You know where the shot's going, because everybody's going to throw the easy one. That's why guys like Duke Sean in Artemisia loves to teach. He shows his leg. He keeps his shield over. He wants you to throw at that leg, because if you're throwing at the leg, he has that crystal ball. He knows when you move that arm, the only thing you could be throwing at that's in danger is that leg. So then he's just all he does is step, and he'll throw generally in this area. He's gonna make you lose the arm because he knows where it's going. I love to, I'll show my rib cage. Like I'll come into position and I'll turn. Because this looks tasty now, right? Everything in him tells him that's what, but I also know that that's the only shot he has. So as soon as he moves, right? So I've already got the leg ready to step. I was ready before he started his throw. All I'm doing is stepping, which negates what he's doing, because I'm no longer where he was trying to target, and I'm here now. So it is valid to give a target. You know where those shots are going to go most of the time, so use it against them. This is that cover for that high shot. And as soon as you absorb that shot, you know you can throw out of it. And if you roll with the block, you actually get energy from their shot that you then get to use in your shot, and it will speed your sword along. Does that make sense?
I noticed that the openings that you present deliberately are the ones that you can easily change by usually shifting out
Footwork.
of it.
I'm changing the openings I want you to hit. They're all about footwork. I use my footwork to bait and switch, just because most people are only thinking about, I'm going to hit you. They're not thinking, well, what if he's using his footwork to bait me? Well, he left his leg open. I want the leg. I was there. I used to. Anybody would give me their rib cage. I would love to hit it.
Is he gonna hurt me?
What? Yeah.
He gave me his leg. What's gonna hurt me?
So you've been fighting longer. You are thinking the next step. You're thinking what's beyond what I'm about to do. What are they planning to do with it? A lot of people don't think that far ahead. My buddy, we can end early.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the question that probably I'm the only one interested in the answer is that back edge that you talked about.
Yeah.
That's one that I've played a little bit with, and you've talked about it. You've shown the body mechanics for it on a couple of these things.
That's
probably won't open up for most people because they're not thinking of it.
Honestly, so the back blade shot that I throw, a lot of people, they go into these weird mechanics to get to that back blade, and all of it's nonsense because from my guard, if I put a little pressure high, because it's gravity, right, and my hips, put that shot in. We're soft here. Most people are soft where I'm striking.
I don't know that.
All I have to do is make it sting. But also, yeah, I'm just going to bring it in, right?
Okay.
But there's also, I will drop here. I'm going to get you, you're on short leg. I come up. And so now I have all of that motion before it hits you. And when I finish with this shot, say you got the shield back.
If I tucked
Or if you bring the shield back, right? Now, when you got a shot on me?
no, I got to throw my shield and your sword.
But a lot of times people will throw the flat, so you're going to pull the shield back, and you're going to throw the flat. I'm going to catch it.
Like I could see that work. But she knows that the angle of it is a lot more in line with the body.
On the other hand, I
So
do it once.
at the same time, what I'm doing is I'm trying to keep control over where you're at.
Really that kind of
You know, so if we're up here,
why you couldn't just
that little pressure on your knees, you can't get to the block now. But if I try to throw it this way, see, it's so much easier to catch that block. That's the main reason I throw with the back blade, is it's harder to defend against because the angle is completely different. My hand gets to a different spot before I turn it. That is not a beginner shot. That is a work on your pedal. Practice it on your pedal. Make sure you understand it. You can do all of this extra motion that starts to look like a Molinet, but all you're doing is inviting your opponent to understand what you're about to do.
If I could suggest, also wear a lanyard when you're using that on the pedal.
I do have I always have a trigger. My finger's always in the trigger. I do open up my hand a bit when I throw it to make sure that I'm turning it all the way over. Because you want to make sure you're on blade. But, yeah, here.
He's analyzing.
If you walk, go ahead. You can, see. Yeah. But you see, you don't have to throw much. I'm not wearing any body. This is my body armor. There's nothing above this. That was just skin. I probably would have taken that. It wasn't really hard, but you weren't putting anything on it. You still hit bare skin, really. You'd be amazed if when you snap your hips with that shot, it actually bites. You get people go. Yes.
I've been trying to think how best to formulate this question.
That's okay.
Two sword. Normally, I find myself trying to get into my sweet spot, throwing a shot to clear the way.
That's a way, but
I'm trying to think of how to apply what you're talking about, so I may maybe not have to do it that way.
so like I told you, like I'm a counter shooter.
Right.
So if you use a shot to get in,
Yeah.
I'm gonna counter that shot while you're open because you threw a shot now, you're open. So this is dangerous, right? If you're reaching with your shield, if you reach your shield out, that means I can now get inside of it.
Right.
You're gonna let me get my hand.
I've got a second sword though. Like,
Okay. You've got a second, so you fight two sword?
yeah.
So you do get a little bit of freedom with you can throw something
Yeah.
because if you get, especially with a guy that's got a sword block, if you bait me to move my sword out, you now get a free shot.
Especially if I get you to come over here.
Right. I'm gonna try to get you here. I'm gonna put a threat in both directions. That little bob there gets most 2 stickers to do this. And I'm gonna stick you in the chest. Because if I throw that thrust into the middle, it's actually hard to miss at that point. You've given me a nice target.
I'm wide open. I'm pressure.
So, yeah, and nothing is perfect. No system is foil proof. I've been asked how I won 2 crowns, and I said I lost a lot of fights. Countless fights. You win crown by fighting everybody that's better than you until they're not better than you anymore. That means lots of losses, lots of bruises. But as long as you're learning through all of those bruises, you know, it becomes worth it. For some. Do we have any more questions? I know we're about done. We're done? Okay. Obviously, during the lunch break or after, if you guys come up with a question, I'm not going anywhere for a while. So, but thank you all. Thank you. You're not headed straight home? Not just yet, no. My flight